So when cannabis became legal in Canada, I was pretty excited to buy some hash. But when I found out that hash wasn't part of that legalization, I was a little confused and pretty disappointed. About as disappointing as when my daughter first said the words dada to me.
Say dada? Say dada.
It still chokes me up every time I think about it. So let's talk about concentrates.
Concentrates come in many different forms, but here's some of the more familiar ones. Shatter. And we're not talking about an accident that might happen in your pants after food poisoning. Shatter is a term used to describe an extremely potent type of cannabis concentrate, known as butane hash oil, or BHO. BHO is made by using butane to extract cannabinoids and terpenes from cannabis plant matter. CO2. CO2 oil is the golden liquid used in almost every pre-filled vaporizer pen cartridge. CO2 oil is a clean, dabbable product once removed from the extraction machine with no harmful residuals or risk of toxicity.
And my personal favorite, obviously,
hash. Hashish or hash is made from the resin of the cannabis plant. It is consumed by smoking a small piece, typically in a pipe, bong, vaporizer, or joint, or via oral ingestion, like brownies.
Cannabis is still the only drug in the world that we pluck off a plant, we dry it, we put it in a bowl, we add fire, we consume our medicine. It's incredibly inefficient. So when you have a really good hash, you take that 1/20th of the mass without the plant matter, and you get the same effects.
Though not yet legal in Canada, business is booming south of the border for many companies dealing in concentrates, specifically vape pens designed for THC and CBD consumption.
Our CBD products are now actually in 42 states, 600 retailers. Me and my team went down to Las Vegas specifically in late 2016, early 2017 in anticipation of the Nevada rec market. It's probably one of the best markets to be in. It's about a $50 million a month business right now and growing.
So what's the deal with Canada? Why aren't we picking up some of that scratch?
As we look into concentrate products, I think you get into other jurisdictions as far as legislation goes. So we're looking at, our Food Act and how that's rolled out. So we're making sure that we're having safe products that are getting to the consumer. So I think from a standpoint of legislation regulations, I think going kind of slow is the right thing. In cannabis, they say always start slow and low. I think that they're taking the same approach from a regulatory point of view.
Supposedly, cannabis concentrates and edibles containing cannabis will be legal on October 17th, 2019. But has holding off given the black market an edge?
We're dealing with the federal government and, baby steps, certainly. And I think, flowers that first step, oils and tinctures, before we get to the more potent smokables. And to me, it's unfortunate that they're not legal simply because they're being consumed every day. And it's, they're obviously missing the tax revenue, but they're encouraging the black market to continue to thrive. There are many U.S. states that are now legal, fully legal, that have a very healthy black market because they were prohibitive or restrictive.
Obviously, some of these products are available from illegal sources such as vape pens or infused edible or drinkable products. So, we're not going to see that totally go away until which time we can legally put safe products into the market. But I think that was always part of the plan, that it wasn't going to be an overnight success where the black market was just going to flip off as soon as the legal market came on side.
This is not just purely for recreational purposes either. Some say there are considerable medicinal benefits to using concentrates over flower, such as regulated dosage.
The delivery method could be different. It could be everything from a nebulizer that you're inhaling to a vaporizer, which is like your standard vape pen, to something in pill or gel cap form, all great for standardizing the dosage to help both patients and consumers, really, so they know what they're getting when they take it.
Traditional hash or something like Rick Simpson oil, which they're speaking about right now, those things need to be in the Canadian market because, again, they're here. They're in Canada, coast to coast. They're even available online. We're not seeing a lot of enforcement, so why not go ahead and get in the business when there's already so much of a market?
I want my hash.
Yes.
So it looks like we're going to have to wait for concentrates to be legal in Canada. Meanwhile, I'm going to have this song stuck in my head until then. Where has all the hash gone? A long time passing.
Let's cut this agony short.
The government hasn't legalized it, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? For Midas Lit Alive, I'm Sean Cookson.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Make sure you never miss a show by subscribing to our YouTube channel and clicking on the little notifications bell. If you're interested in getting monthly actionable investment ideas in the cannabis space to your inbox, subscribe to the newsletter at midasletter.com.